Right. Yeah. It's disappointing, but it's something that I think everybody needs to keep hold of and keep themselves grounded.
Drop that down!
Well, speaking of some WWE talent, somebody did chime in with this super chat here. I was going to ask you about it anyways, but Frederick Reimer, thanks for the $5. He says, "What are your thoughts on R-Truth and Carlito being released from WWE today? Most of the WWE's roster seems completely taken aback by the news." Yeah, but when that hit your radar, Rob, what do you think? R-Truth and Carlito, both of those.
And they both have relevant storylines right now. Like Carlito's over there with Dirty Dom, and
yeah, he's in the thick of Judgment Day, and then R-Truth just wrestled John Cena on Saturday's main event on NBC. So it's really, and obviously he's been such a mainstay for them for years and everything.
Yeah, it's the best-selling T-shirt. They said or something like that. Like his T-shirt,
yeah,
really popping off right now.
The Ron Cena and it. Oh man,
yeah, it's a surprise. It's a surprise. I'm not gonna say I'm shocked. I don't get shocked. And every time, every time people get fired and the headlines are like, WWE talent is shocked, I always laugh a little bit because that's always funny. Like, when are you going to be prepared so you're not shocked? Like this happens. But it was a hell of a run. He was there, 25 years or more?
So he started in 2000, I think, with WWE, maybe late 99. But he was with Road Dogg, and he was K-Quick at the time. And then he wrestled with them for a few years, got released, went to NWA/TNA, became their champion, and then obviously came back and had a run as a heel with Cena, and then the little Jimmy thing as a baby face, and then he was there for 15 years after the fact. So
I remember him. It seems like he was there the whole time that I was there.
Yeah.
And, I hung out with Mike Chioda, as you know, and Chioda and R-Truth were really good friends. So I would sometimes, ride with or hang out in the same car with R-Truth through Chioda. R-Truth and I were friends, but I don't know him like super well. It was Chioda and him that were tight, and then me and Chioda that were tight. But he liked to smoke, so that was a cool thing to have in common. But I, like when I was there, he was, I don't know, I guess more, I think he got his big push after I left. I think he was still like on his way up with.
So around 2010, they turned him heel. Okay. And he was tagging with Miz at the time. And so they teamed up at like Survivor Series that year. So it was John Cena and The Rock going up against R-Truth and Miz. And then the R-Truth had a little bit of a feud with John Cena. And he was like smoking cigarettes and all that shit. And it was a wild heel turn, but it was a fun heel turn.
Yeah, I know people have always laughed their asses off at him. Like he's always entertained the fans a lot. I've always seen that reaction. Like fans think he's funny as hell.
Yeah, he doesn't change. It's like I literally saw the clip of him as K-Quick. So back in like 2000, and he didn't look different at all. It's crazy.
Yeah, I didn't know about Carlito. That's a shame because I know not too long ago he was saying like he was hired, but they weren't using him, and he was kind of like wanting to work. I think. Which I would love to get paid to sit at home, but a lot of the guys are the other way around because it's not a good thing if you're looking to, do something with your career.
Right.
But I didn't even know about that till you just told me, and they're both, a surprise, but I'm not shocked. And as far as that 25-year run, whatever it was, that's just like I told Kyoto. Well, that was a good run,
right.
Good.
Well,
I don't know what it's about or whatever, but I'm never shocked because it's only a family. It's a family with rules. It's not an unconditional family.
Right.
It's a very conditional family with an expiration date.
Yeah, you were even saying, I can't remember if you used an example, but like when you were in the thick of WWE and everything like that, and somebody got released, you said you weren't shocked at the time.
Or I never. I would always be like, "Oh, I'm still going though. Oh,
okay. I'm still good. Am I here?"
Right. And every year when they do a mass firing and shit, and then people are like, "Oh, I can't believe they got rid of me. Or even if it's someone else, I can't believe they got rid of so and so. I'm always like, man, I always am very vocal about saying I never felt untouchable like that ever.
Yeah.
Never in my career did I feel like, man, I am totally not expendable. Without me, this whole company would fucking boom, go down the drain. They need me. I've had other wrestlers tell me, bro, what are you talking about? You don't need to submit to the dress code, bro. They need you. And even when they would say that to me, I'm like, yeah, right. Delusional.
Well, there's like I'm sure there's a certain leniency with, hey, your value is here and somebody else's value is over here, where it's like lower down or something like that. But if you're a Vince McMahon or you step back and look at the big picture, everybody could be expendable to an extent where it's just like, okay, yeah, we're going to lose money losing Steve Austin here, but hey, let's bring in this guy, this John Cena fellow, and see how he does or whatever, It's just, it rotates and cycles through. It's unfortunate. It sucks when people get released and stuff like that, but it's an unfortunate, sad part of the business for sure too. At the same time,
right? Yeah, it's disappointing, but it's something that I think everybody needs to keep hold of and keep themselves grounded and realize, it's a family in quotes, and and you build great relationships. You find people that you love that you may talk to possibly till the rest of your life, but you both just are working at the same job right now.
yeah, absolutely. And like, even if they're like thinking of it from even a football perspective, like a pro football, hey, people want to be a team effort, but it's really, you got to focus on the individual to an extent, and you got to worry about what you're doing, or else you're gone. And that's it. So, frustrating stuff. Well, Carlito did have a little fun with his release today, though. He did say this. He said, "My contract is up in 2 weeks. It will not be renewed. On top of that, WWE is demanding I pay back the money they paid me for apparently stealing money from the company. I had my lawyers look into it, and after reviewing footage on Netflix for the past months, they suggested I pay them back the money."
Oh my god.
And then he said, "All jokes aside, gracias WWE, especially the WWE Universe, Los Quiero mucho. P.S. I'll reappear again in another 13 years. Dios ni los bendeja."
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Pretty funny. And then he didn't use the Homer Simpson meme where he's like sinking back in the bushes.
That's funny.
So yeah, it was good stuff.
Yeah, maybe we'll see him a little more than we would see him at Brian Cage's activities when I leave home once a year.
Yeah, for Brian Cage's parties.
Yeah.
Get him to sign. Hey, Carlito, sign up for Only Wrestlers.
I liked it. Yeah, right. I liked his self-written eulogy that he wrote after the spear. That was funny too.
Yeah,
That was funny too.
Yeah.
Yo, Rob, we're going to take a quick time out just to say that this week's episode of One of a Kind with RVD is presented by Get Blitzed. Get Blitzed Lit Aid Nano-Infused THC Syrup is a premium cannabis-infused syrup formulated with nanotechnology for fast-acting effects. And that advanced nanotechnology formulation allows for quicker onset and enhanced potency compared to regular THC syrup. It's Delta-9 and legal in all 50 states, every single one. And you have several syrups to choose from Blue Raz to Key Lime Pie to Pina Colada to Tiger's Blood to Cherry to Grape. Just head to get-blitz.com, use promo code RVD, and get 15% off your whole order. Could be a bottle, could be a bundle, your choice. But yes, head to get-blitz.com, use promo code RVD, and it is by Mickey Ray Sinatra and Courtney. Take a look. Head to get-blitz.com, promo code RVD, get 15% off. It's one of a kind, baby.